Hey guys, it's July 8th. This is Drutter. Very quick video. As you can see, the skies have turned blue in Vancouver, and we're actually getting some nice weather for the first time this year. I'm sorry to everyone who's melting in the heat on the East Coast and central US and Canada, but yeah, we had a very mild, wet spring to this point. But anyhow, this is my tiny garden patch here at my house. Very small. I have some onions, some potato plants, and I just bought some lettuce and threw it in there. I don't usually do that, but I thought I would do it this year and take advantage of some fresh lettuce for salads and things. I have a pepper that I bought from the store. This is Cuban oregano. I don't even know what it's for, but it smelled really good and it was cheap. And I bought one tomato plant. I don't usually buy tomato plants because you can't save the seeds and you don't really know what it was grown in and what pesticides and stuff were used. But anyhow, I bought one just to have one here in the garden. As you'll see next, I took a clip the other day over at Grandma's house and I got quite the garden going there. And I also have a small garden with my kids elsewhere, which is just kind of for fun to teach them about gardening, but they're enjoying that. So I have sort of 3 gardens. None of them are very interesting or good, but I usually talk about my gardens and stuff on this channel because I'm interested and other people seem to be as well. I think growing your own food is quite important. Knowing how to grow food is even more important, and having that knowledge of how plants work and what they need and what makes them happy, because plants are a large portion of what we eat as humans, and we don't know for sure that the supermarket will always be there. It has always been there in the past, over the last few decades, and maybe the last 50 to 100 years we've had supermarkets, but that's not necessarily a given, and they won't always be there or be as well stocked as we might like or as cheap as we might like. So it's important to know at least a little bit about how food can be produced. The strawberries are all done for this year and they were quite tasty. I've just finished the last of the raspberries for the year and they were good, but I will be having some blueberries fairly soon. Hey guys, it's the 4th of July today. I am at my grandma's house and I just finished planting these tomato plants, so I thought I would take a quick video just to show their size and positions right now and keep track of it as the summer goes by. I'm not able to do a lot of tomato gardening at my house this year because I moved and the place I'm at is not really all that suitable for it. But I have heirloom organic seeds which I use every year and reuse every year, kind of as nature intended it. But as you can see, they're a little flimsy right now, but they will perk up once their roots take hold and they start drinking and eating from the soil. They've been in the greenhouse up until now. So I have a patch of 12 here. These are just miscellaneous ones, the first 2 rows, but this row here of smaller ones, these guys here are they're called black prints, and one of my subscribers gifted me with these seeds a couple years ago, and this is my 2nd generation, I believe, with the black prints. It's a cherry tomato type, and they turn out kind of purplish brown and taste really good. And then I got some onions here and peas. And that big thing there with the blue flowers on top is called delphinium. It's just a flower, but those are Grandma's. They've been there for years. And over here I have another patch of 9, and these first row is miscellaneous. The second row is Ruskies, Russian tomato plants, which a subscriber gave to me. They do quite well in Canada. And over there just 3 small miscellaneous ones. And there's other things. Rhubarb that's been growing there for 20 or 30 years. This soil, my grandfather worked for 55 or 60 years, pretty much his entire adult life. They lived here, and there's not a lot of rocks in it. It's just basically composted kitchen scraps for 50-something years. So it's really good nutrients, and I think these tomato plants will do well. They look like they're far apart now, but I guarantee you by mid-August you won't be able to walk between them really. So I come here about once a week to help Grandma with different things, and we'll check on the progress in a little while. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, I just thought I would mention I am still putting away nickels, especially nickels in Canada. 1981 and earlier nickels are 100% nickel bullion, so those are worth a lot more than 5 cents a piece, that's for sure. Now some of the advantages, oops, one fell off the end there, of picking up these rolls from the bank is sometimes you get more than you bargained for. You'll always get at least $2 for your $2. You'll often get a lot more than that. Like in this case, check out this one. This original roll is the Centennial 1967 version of the Canadian nickel, and every coin on the roll is one of those, and they're untouched, brand new. So I can sell each of these for about $5 online, which is interesting considering I bought 40 of them for $2. So what's that? 40 times $5 is 200. So I definitely did well on this. But even if you're just getting nickels and taking out the 1981 and earlier ones, you're getting more than your $2 worth every time you get a roll of these. So when you're at your bank, don't hesitate to ask for even just maybe 5 rolls of this. Hand over a $10 bill and you'll have some nickel bullion too. I highly recommend it. Imagine if our parents had put aside a few rolls of old dimes when those were made of silver back in the 60s. You could easily get these, no problem. They were worth 10 cents at the bank. Imagine if our parents had put aside a few rolls of these silver dimes for us. So yeah, putting aside nickel may seem like not that big of a deal right now, but you will thank yourself later on, or your kids will thank you later on. Yeah, nickel is real money. Look at all that nickel. A quick look at the silver chart. This is the 5-hourly chart, and here's our last test of the 26 and change level, which happened a few days ago, and then we had a nice push upwards from that last test of the 26 level up to the mid 28s actually, and some very drastic bad news in the fundamentals of the stock market last week, and some a move downwards because of that, and here we are at about 27 now. What do you guys think? Another test of the 26 level, or are we going to kind of maybe find some support here and move higher again? Check out the unemployment data on shadowstats.com. This is their unemployment rate chart, and as you can see, a few years ago when Obama took office, the official numbers were that we were at about 10%, and we've declined now to 8%. The true numbers show that at that time we were already above 20%, and we have increased since then to 23%. Almost 1 in 4 people in the USA without a job, just like in the last Great Depression. But why don't we see those bread lines and people walking around with an empty bowl looking for soup handouts like we saw in the Great Depression? Because we don't do it that way anymore. We have food stamps, and these people have a little debit card that they go to stores and buy whatever they can afford to buy with it. So the poor are still there, they just aren't wandering the streets. Well, I was forwarded this article recently, and I must say I'm a little ticked off. It's called Coin Collector Learns the Difference Between Legal Tender and Spending Money. Well, apparently these 20 for 20 coins that we've all been stocking up on because the mint says that they are $20 face value legal tender coins actually are not legal tender. Well, it says they are legal tender, they just aren't spending money. Now this new term spending money, which when I was a kid used to mean your allowance, but now apparently it has an official meaning which means that the coin or the bill can be spent anywhere in Canada. I thought that's what legal tender meant. But anyhow, they've been marketing these as 20 for 20, so $20 for $20, but they actually are not spendable. Or, as the article says, they are spendable if the person on the receiving end agrees to accept that as $20. Now, I thought legal tender meant that they were forced to take that for $20, but maybe not. I don't know. Why don't you have a look at this article and tell me what you think? There's some comments in the comment section. What was he thinking in the first place? Even the Royal Canadian Mint admits the coins are a bad investment. And there's some people on the guy's side, the guy who was trying to spend these coins, and he found that he couldn't. I don't know. What do you think? These were marketed as legal tender, and as far as I know, legal tender means that you can spend them in that country for the face value that's printed or written on the coin or note. But apparently this $20 coin is only $20. That's the price tag. It costs you $20. You can't spend it for $20, silly. This is a box that came to me from Silent Soldier, a YouTube subscriber of mine, and he sent me some, this one's closed, but I'll show you one of these. He sent me some little clear, I don't know what they even are called, little flips, I guess you could call them, or sleeves. You could slide something in there, and it looks like about the right size for, I don't know, a silver maple? I don't know. So if you are a customer of mine, you may see some of your silver arriving protected by these nice, thin, but strong and flexible plastic sleeves. I'm going to give them a try. So thank you very much, Silent Soldier. Oh, he also sent me a few shirts here in the bottom of the box, and they're brand new, and I'm going to try those on. So thank you very much. That was a generous gift of you. That's it for now, but I hope everyone has a great week, and I will talk to you soon.